Hello the internet! It is Saturday the 6th of January 2024 and welcome back to the channel. Now before we go too deep here, I should state that this video is part 2 to a live stream. If you haven't seen the live stream, check here. That'll explain everything what we're doing here. I'd highly encourage you to go and watch that live stream. It's lengthy, but it's by the book and it needs to be done. I'm here with the Soloshot 3 Plus. This is the newest iteration of the Soloshot. What I'm trying to do is set this thing up exactly by the book to see if it works as it should. So we've already done all the process from opening it up and setting everything to factory and doing all the things. Please, please, I beseech thee, go and check the live stream up to that point. Then we came down here on the beach. Now look, conditions aren't great for surfing. However, that's not the point. The point is to see if this does work. I've brought my iPad here with the PDF, which we were following along with. We're gonna continue that process. I'm more or less gonna do this in real time. So this is gonna happen almost like a live stream, and I'll put this as part 2 to the live stream. So this is almost a continuation, if you like. So I mentioned on the live stream, there was one thing that you probably should do. That is, you should have yourself a sandbag. You need to weigh this thing down. So I'm gonna just fill this up with sand here. Plenty of it to choose from here on a beach. That's the sandbag. So, I'll set this up just here. That's high enough. I'm gonna already put this on. That's something that I did not do on my Slack Track 3, and it came over and ate the sand. Now, according to the PDF here, the next step, find an open location with a good view of the sky. Pretty damn good, right? Many of the suggestions in this tutorial are specific to keeping your first, oh, this is important. Many of the suggestions in this tutorial are specific to keeping your first tracking session simple in a flat and open area with no obstructions. As you get to know your Soloshot 3 Plus and check out other tutorials, you will develop a more complete understanding of how to get the most out of your Soloshot in a variety of activities. So just a reminder, we're doing this by the freaking book, including using field tracking mode, not water. We're doing it exactly like it says. I hit that point stupidly hard on the live stream. I'm gonna reiterate it just in case you didn't bother watching that live stream. Go and watch it now! Tracking tutorial, the basics. Turn on base and tag. Base takes less than 30 seconds to power up and ready to track. Once initializing sensors is complete, the base will nod its head, indicating it is ready for action. So in that case, we press the power button. Okay, the green light came on. Can't see shit. Didn't hold it long enough. Okay, the symbol came up. That's what you need. Waiting for the nod. Did I miss the nod? It's gonna nod. Yo, nod. That was the nod. The tag will boot immediately after pressing the power button. Here comes the tag. Pressing the power button. Powered up. Swish. If you have used your tag in the last 6 days, this is the new hot start feature, and not taken a flight somewhere in between, your tag will get locked into GPS in 10 to 20 seconds under good sky conditions. Otherwise, your tag is considered cold, which this one would be, and will take between 40 to 120 seconds to get a suitable GPS lockage. It has no GPS yet. It's still getting a lock. We'll just keep it up there while it locks. It says snap the tag into the clip with the button side alignment. We should just work out how this is gonna fit. I'm gonna use the waist mount here. I guess this just goes, I could step into it. Step in. I'm putting it on the back of my body, which arguably might not be the best place. That might be why this might not be the best option for surfing. We'll see, but it'll be good for paddling out, I guess. We'll see. It's blinking between the home screen and the power and the power and the record button. Okay, so that's good, right? Snap the tag into the clip with the button side aligned with the window. That makes sense. Goes in there, snaps in. Now I will leave this way, but before I walk into the water, I'll turn it around and then I'll strap it up nice and tight. At the moment, it's considered finger tight, but at least I can see it. So now it says tap the track app icon from the home screen. Here comes track icon. Okay, I tap the track. Record videos, takes photos and live streams while the camera tracks tags. Why does it come up like that? Select tag, next. Tag required, tag and camera GPS required, not for indoor. These are little warning signs, little warning symbols. Oh, you can't see it. If I showed you that, you won't see any of that, but look at this wave. Is that going to be a left? By the way, we're fighting the nor'easterly kicking in. It's going to be, we got to get in the water pretty soon. Next. Requires strong GPS signal, use outdoors in wide open areas away from buildings and trees. Full instructions, do not show this tutorial again. Got it? Tap the tag icon to see a list of available tags. 1 of 1, it's got 1 of 1 there. First time tracking, start tracking. Tap the blue tracking button. Pretty straightforward. And now it comes to track. And now this is where I would usually set up my settings as I want, but due to this tutorial, it says use the default settings for this tutorial. Video 1080-60, framing bottom middle, field of view, medium field of view. So let's do that. Wait, it didn't go to that. Blue menu, track. It just goes straight to field. It didn't, so the instruction manual doesn't follow the on-screen system. So we go back to tracking, hit the blue button and choose settings, and now choose camera settings, I guess. Camera mode, video resolution 1080-60. We'll leave the exposure set to 0. Tracking settings, here we go. Mode is on water. Okay, that's interesting. But I'm gonna choose field mode. Field mode, like it says in the tutorial. Field of view tight, no. Field of view medium. Field of view medium. Framing bottom middle. Framing bottom middle, that's correct. Back to tracking. Select field mode to continue calibrating. And by the way, it says for purposes of this tutorial, we're using field mode. In the future, feel free to try other track modes based on the activity, and I'd obviously use water mode. So calibration and spin. After pressing continue, the base will spend a second stabilizing, then perform a single spin, taking about 10 seconds. And it says, new, no need to dock the tag during calibration. This is an old school method that you used to have to put the dock back on. It says calibration is already much higher, faster? Much faster and more accurate. There is no need or improvement gained from docking the tag during calibration. But then it also has a little disclaimer. Docking the tag for a few seconds before a terrain tracking session will improve the tilt, which is vertical tracking, but we're not doing that. It says the lens will point toward the tag and automatically begin recording after a successful calibration. Let's try that. Actually, I don't want to come too close to the camera once this has happened, because this has always been a sore, contentious point. But we are at the track moment here, the field track, and we are ready to press that button. We'll hit continue. Dock tag with GPS. Don't show that again. Skip. Calibration required. Soloshot will spin for 1 minute to calibrate sensors and refine the GPS. Don't show again. And here we go, calibrating. I'm getting out of here. This moment here, it did a single spin. I need to get about 30 feet away. It did a single spin and it went past me. That's about 30 feet, right? About here is probably 30 feet. Okay. It says you may not be centered immediately after a calibration, especially if you are close to the base. Centering will improve and zoom will tighten as you move about the environment as described in step 11. So this is the point where you need to walk around, but this is the thing that they said you don't need to do. Hey, there's blue bottles everywhere. I thought you didn't need to do this, but now you're doing the zigzag walk. I'm gonna do a little zigzag. I can see a little blinking green, but it's not a very strong green. Just gonna keep moving around. The blinking green LED points in the same direction. I can't see this, it's too big. Tide's coming in. The blinking green LED points in the same direction as the lens and is highly directional. That means that if you cannot see the green LED, I can see it now, it's blinking. You are most likely not near the center of the screen. However, as you move around with the tag and the Soloshot 3 centers in on you, the green light should become brighter, indicating you are getting closer to the center of the screen with optimal tracking. It's blinking. We'll go back this way. What next? Automatic centering. Most tracking sessions will start with the subject off-center with a wide field of view. Your Soloshot 3 Plus will improve centering and tighten the zoom as the subject moves around the environment and steps on blue bottles. Look how many there are. Ouchie mama! Okay, it says here, although you can speed up centering by training your 3 Plus with certain motions, such as jogging around the soccer field or along the shoreline, you do not need to do this for most tracking conditions. It's blinking. It's blinking at me. Warning, certain filming conditions make automatic centering more difficult, including poor lighting. It's not poor lighting. Camouflage. I'm not camouflaged. It is blinking at me. Distance. If you get far away from your camera before it has a chance to sufficiently center, or if your base is moved, well, it's definitely blinking at me. I can see it pretty clearly. Does that mean it's rolling? I think we're getting close to being fully centered here. I'll walk towards it a little. I thought it was supposed to be a solid green light, but it is a blinking green light, which I can see pretty clearly. I'd say it's on me. So it says here recording starts automatically after a successful calibration. So it's recording. I'd say we're on. I'd say we're on here. Ah! Dude, there's so many blue bottles. I'd say we're on, but here's the other thing. I'm gonna close this off. At this particular point, I don't really want to walk back up there with the tag on because I feel like it'll mess it up if I get too close to the camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tag off. I'm going to build a little sand mound because I think we're tracking pretty much straight away here. Just going to build a little sand mound so I know where it is. Little sand mound going here. Just pop the tag out. I'll just leave it there. Tag is out. It's on the little mound. Now I should be able to walk back up there and then just get my surfboard and get in the water, right? And we'll double check that it is doing its thing on the record, but you can see, and I'm still in direct line with it, you can see that it is fully blinking green. Strong green blink. And what does it say on the back here? It should just auto record, right? We'll just tap the screen to bring it back to life. We'll tap the button, I guess. Tap the button to bring it back to life. Yeah, so it's been recording for 5 minutes. It's not quite level though, is it? I might re-level this. I'm gonna test this by just dropping a leg level here. Just slightly in the sand. Like that, that's level. That's level. Tag is down there. All right, so for the purpose of this video, I will stop the record here, but we will cut straight in with the GoPros. How we do this. I'll just put, hold on a sec, I'll put you down. I want you to see this. I don't want this to, I don't want there to be any potential for this to be misconstrued. Okay, so that can stay there. I guess we can be cutting between the slack. Oh, the slack track's not on me though, is it? No, it's not. So we'll just come down here. Got 2 GoPros. I turn these both on. They're both recording. That's recording. Audio clap for all 3. Now we can turn you off and we'll take the GoPros from here and get out there. We'll pick up the track, try to hit that left. It's not about the surfing today, it's about the tracking, but we'll try to get a few waves. It's pretty lousy though. All right, that goes back in here. Okay, here is the tag. I can still see it flashing quite green at me. Put this in here. Turn it around. Turn it around and tighten her up. All right. Let's see how this works. There might even be a right to hit over there. By the way, while we're here, that family is in a rip. They're right in the rip. I hope they're good swimmers. They're right in the rip there. And there's a nice little right kicking along from there. Oh, well, we got the slack track. We can choose it. We can paddle over there if we want. I think we're good. Look at this drift. Look at that left. Can't really see it tracking me. Can't really see the green light. As I sit here, I can see what's going on. Obviously, the waist mount might not have been the best decision because it's underwater. So I think I'll go back to the arm mount at another point. What's this wave? I can't see it at all. don't think it's tracking me. I might, hang on. I'm gonna take the waistband off and try to wangle it onto my arm. All right. Oh, look at this left. I'm not ready. There'll obviously be a, oh, there's a good wave coming too. I'm not ready for it. Look at this thing. Ah, nice left. What? Wow. Yeah, there's obviously going to be a long cable out of here, but I'm going to do it anyway. At least it's out of the water more than it's in the water. I might have to go back in and recal. Or will it pick me up? I might take a wave all the way in and just walk around a bit. Look at this. Dude, it's pointing at the ground. Look at it. It's pointing at the ground. Oh, now it's nodding at me. Okay. What the hell? It's doing a nod. Stay like that. Are you seeing this? It's just doing a weird nod thing. Oh, it's coming back up. It's going back down. It's not staying upright. Maybe I'm too close. Wow, dudes. All right, what do you recommend I do here? It's obviously not working. I guess I got a recal. Take this off. I mean, this is pretty frustrating. I'll just put this down here and I'll go and recal, right? I got to recal this thing. Just put that there. What did I do that for? This is really frustrating. I mean, okay, I potentially wore the wrong one and under the water, but that's a weird thing it's doing now. What is it? Have I just got to stop the cal? Dry my hands off. Pointing at the ground like its brother, the Soloshot 3. Hang on. Tap. Stop the track. Home. This will stop your current session. Continue anyway. Continue. Please wait. Okay, now it picks up, lifts up, points up. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try tracking settings. I'm going to go water, water, field of view, framing, center. I changed it from field to water, field of view medium, framing center. Camera settings, resolution. I'm going to go 4K, 4K 30. I want to track again, don't I? Yeah, I want to track again. So I go resume. Now, is that going to hit it? It's recording. We'll do a walk around down there. I think it's getting me. I think it's getting me. I might use this chance to put the armband on. I'd say that's tracking me. I'd say that's on. I've got to go and get my surfboard though. I've got to walk back up towards it. But look, we're definitely seeing a green flashing light. I've got to go and get my stick. I think it's still good. It's definitely still green and like clean green light flashing at me. Let's try it. So I can see the green light pretty clearly. I think it's working. It's this wave. Yeah, look, I can see the green light still. That could be... Okay, so I changed it to water. I changed it to wide... What did I change it to? Center. Oh, look at this wave. Ah! Oh, look at that. Seriously yucking. I changed it. And I think the changes I made have benefited it. All right, I believe this thing is working. Heck yeah. Now can I get a decent wave to make it worthwhile? I got to justify the $7,000 it cost to buy. It wasn't $7,000, I'm exaggerating by a lot, but it was expensive. Still on me. Okay. I think it's working. All right, this thing's still tracking me, so what I'm going to do, obviously, you don't want to see this entire surf. I'll just keep surfing as I would till the GoPro battery goes flat. And I'll just intersplice the good waves because I think it's working as it should. The good news is that's been tracking me the whole time. Well, the second part of the surf anyway. Conditions weren't great, as you can see, but still fun. The point of this wasn't for amazing surfboard riding, but it was for this thing. And I gotta tell you, it's still tracking me right now. Don't know how well you can see that green light. Here's my take on this. That worked, and that is still working. It's still fully tapped on, locked on, sliding on. I don't know how well this camera picks up that green LED, but it's still rolling. The takeaway lesson was do not use the waist mount. That's stupid. So it's got to be out of the water, and I don't know why I didn't think of that. Like, I just didn't really logically conclude. I mean, you can put the waist mount around your arm a few times. I've got the arm mount. I'm going to just swap to using that. The conditions weren't great. It doesn't really matter. It wasn't about the surfing. It was about the tracking. Everything I did by the book technically didn't work. So the field, well, we gotta see, I gotta wait and see when I get back, because the field tracking might have worked and it might have just lost it when it was always under the water. So I guess we'll see if it works as I'm paddling out and then it stopped, because when I came back out it was pointing at the ground. So maybe that did work until I went under the water, which was most of the time you're sitting on your board. Anyway, the end result is, oh, I haven't turned it off yet. I better turn it off. Better turn this off. So to stop the tracking, tap the button on the back to bring up the screen, press the hamburger menu and press the home menu. This will stop your current session. Continue, continue, please wait. And now I will turn this off just by long pressing the button. Power off. Power shutting down. So yeah, so my summary of this experience, and I'm not apologizing for how long this is. It's meant to be as it is in real time. I will edit this out so you don't have to see the whole surf, but my summary of this is that thing works. That's working. It didn't work the first time, but it worked this time. The true test will be, can I implement this in my surfing daily surf, my today's surf videos, and make it seamless? I reckon I can. It's going to be a test though. I'm going to hopefully surf tomorrow if these conditions stay, you know, there's enough swell around. There's a decent amount of swell. Oh, the other thing too, I didn't use my shark bands, so I think I should not use those for a while and get 100% certain that this is working, and then I'll try adding the shark bands back into the mix. So we'll do a few weeks of surfing with it without the shark bands, and I'll just risk getting eaten by a shark, and then we'll slowly bring those back in. But for the time being, thank you for watching, thank you for liking. I'm assuming you liked. Thank you for subscribing. I'm also assuming you subscribed. If you didn't, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next upload. Just put you down here.